Hello everyone, I hope you're doing amazing. In today's pick a card reading, we're having a look to see if you're on the right path. So I'd like you to set an intention in terms of what you'd like to know if you're on the right path on, whether it's in general, if it's love, if it's career. And then I want you to pick the card you feel most drawn to. For pile 1, we have this quartz crystal cluster. For pile 2, we have labradorite. You can kind of see the flash here. I'm trying to get it so you can see it on camera, but it's been quite an issue, so you just have to trust me that it is there. And then for pile 3, we have this kind of like silver painted quartz cluster. I mean, I know a lot of people are kind of against the whole painted quartz, but bear in mind, this is my first ever crystal, which I didn't get anything, and I just thought it kind of goes with the vibe. Make sure you pick the card you feel most drawn to, and don't forget, I do have my personal readings available, and I do have a podcast as well. The link in the description will be down available in the... God, I'm really feeling Mercury retrograde. Anyway, pick the card you feel most drawn to and then skip ahead down below the timestamps to see your reading. Anyway, let's go. Hello pile ones, I hope you're doing amazing. If you chose this crystal, then this is your reading. I'm just going to put these to the side because these are the oracle cards, but we're going to be going into tarot first to see if you're on the right path. So before I start, I do have personal readings available, so if you're wanting a reading about anything, I do have that down below. And I also have a podcast out now called The Key to Living Your Best Life. It's on Spotify, so if you're interested in seeing that, the link will be in my description. Anyway, let's go and use this tarot deck and just see if you are on the right path, and the oracle deck's going to be giving you like messages about your path. So is pile 1 on the right path? We have Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Our pile 1's on the right. Oh, that flew out. We have Two of Wands. Let's get one more card. Pile 1's on the right path, please. Let's see. Our pile 1's on. Okay, there we go. And we have Judgment. Okay, funny enough, the first kind of energy I'm getting is the energy of confusion. So I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is representing you right now, and it's actually you figuring out, am I on the right path? And I feel like you are in a place of feeling stuck, perhaps in regards to career or whatever you're on about, desiring, whatever your intentions are for this reading. I feel like you are a bit unsure of where things are going and where you stand, and that's kind of why you're here, to gain clarity on that. And I feel like perhaps you're wanting some guidance just to know, like, are things going to be okay? Are things going to work out? Am I on the right path? Do I need to change anything? And there is like this uncertainty I'm getting. Like, I feel like maybe you have a rough idea on what you want to do, but you're not really sure how you're going to get there, what exactly you need to do. And perhaps because you don't know the answers to this, it is making you question if you're on the right path. So I think for most of you, yes, you are on the right path, but like, I think you don't actually know what you're meant to do and how to go about your actual desires. And I feel like Spirit is actually setting you on this journey of really trying to discover what that is and how you're going to get there, because it's kind of like you kind of know what you want, but you're kind of observing, thinking, okay, how exactly am I going to get there? And it's just causing this kind of like confusion and maybe some worry in regards to that. Now we do have Judgment, and I feel like a part of your journey and your path is actually figuring out and discovering how you're going to get there and revealing the answers. I'm kind of getting like, with this big person here, it is kind of like a divinely guided scenario, and perhaps it's a part of your life lesson to really discover your true calling, your true path, and just really discovering where you are meant to be and want to be, and kind of figuring out how to go about getting your dreams and desires. So I feel like there could be a lot of confusion and mental clarity, and perhaps you may feel like there is a bit of a rush to get to where you want to be. And it's causing issues in terms of, because you're not very relaxed and not really surrendering, and you're kind of just trying to figure out, how am I going to get there? What am I going to do? is causing issues in terms of trying to like figure it, like, you know, it's almost like mental overload. When you're wanting to figure something out, sometimes we can overforce it, and because we're trying to think of an answer and find the answer, it can cause the issues of not allowing the answer to come to you because you're overthinking it. And it's more of the case you have to surrender and allow spirit to kind of like send downloads to you when all of a sudden you're going to kind of figure that out, if that makes sense. Because the Queen of Pentacles here is about, it's about being unbalanced, especially in terms of stability. I think for a lot of you it could be about career wise, and I think you just need to know that you need to step into this energy of, I'm trying to think how it is, like your end result. I think instead of focusing on the specifics, focus on the emotions of what you want to feel and then go from there. I'm going to pull some oracle cards now. So to start off with, we have Strength. So this card is all about, like, you know, I feel like right now you are just having to go with the flow and surrendering. Sometimes strength just means keep going, and I feel like it could be something that you are having issues with, trying to figure out exactly what you're meant to do, how you're going to do it. And it is more of the case you're having to navigate all of this and just trying to figure out the specifics. And I think you just need to really, again, surrender and kind of like put trust into the universe. We then have the Abundance card, and it's making me think, firstly, it's saying that this is confirmation saying the path you're on and where you're going, you are going to get your abundance. You are going to get the end goal, which you kind of desire. I feel like you know your end goal perhaps, but the specifics is causing some issues on trying to figure out how exactly you're going to get there. So I think your best bet is to just, again, try and tap into that abundant energy. Be in the end result. Be that person who you desire to be and align with that. So act as if you're abundant and have everything already. And what will happen is that Spirit will give you steps on how you can get there. All of a sudden you're going to get an idea, be like, oh, I'm going to have a look into this, or I'm going to start doing this. And when you do that, that's when you're going to start getting the stepping stones and actually getting there to your end result and the desire. Because it's almost like you're manifesting it, because you're in the end result rather than just trying to rely on hoping that it will come to you. Whereas if you are the end result and embody that, you are basically aligned to that desire, and with the law of assumption and attraction, it basically helps you attract it. All right, now for the next oracle cards, we have Wholeness. So the Wholeness card is basically making me think of what I've been saying here. You need to act whole and as if you have everything already. And I think basically for power ones like you lot, I feel like you really need to just focus on the end result, because I think you have focused so much on how you're going to get there that it's causing confusion. Perhaps you could be overworking yourself and you're just not really getting anywhere, and you're kind of feeling hopeless and confused on how you're meant to be going to get to your desires, when you need to just surrender to the process and just allow the steps to come to you. And by doing that, you need to act whole as if you have your desires already. And that's when things will fall into place and you get your abundance. Oh my God. Okay, I shuffle these cards off camera and I don't even look at them, but we literally have abundance again. So literally, act whole and you'll get your abundance. Then we have the Healing card. And basically, the healing is making me think perhaps there is some things to do with the past, like especially when you've tried doing things and they haven't worked out for you. And what you need to do is you need to heal the past in terms of knowing that everything has kind of like not maybe gone to plan for you in the past, but that doesn't mean it's not going to work out for you again in the future. Heal the expectations and heal the past in terms of, okay, forget that you failed in the past if you have. It's just a learning experience. Healing any negative mindsets, any negativity that's holding you back. And by doing so, it will allow you to feel whole and in the present moment and acting as if to get your abundance and the steps you need to take to get there. That's the biggest sign Spirit is telling me right now. Okay, now for some more oracle cards. We have, oh, here we go. You are good enough. So again, it's really going with what I am saying. Like, you know, I feel like there is this wound where you have felt like you're not good enough to get your desires and to make your dreams come true for you. I think one way you can heal yourself, I'm kind of seeing some green here, and it's making me think going out in nature and just kind of being one with it and realizing that grounding yourself, because perhaps you are overthinkers too. And I think if you go outside and find ways to ground yourself, that's going to be a very good way to help benefit you with your mindset too. And again, it will help you tap into your abundance mindset as well. And also allowing you to feel whole with yourself and with the present moment. Yeah, I think your key message here, you are on the right path, but the reason why things aren't working out for you is because things are just too crazy and you don't feel like you're good enough. And it's causing this negativity mindset that's just kind of not letting you stand in your power and maybe questioning things. And for you to overcome that, you need to heal this difficulty that you have. Feel whole in the moment as if you have things already. And by doing so, that's how you're going to tap into your abundance. I keep repeating things because I want to get this drilled into your head, because that's one of the important things like I find is like quite necessary, because when I do tarot readings or have read them, when they're long, there's so much information, you kind of forget what you've heard. So that's why I repeat things a lot, because you need to get that drilled into your head. Anyway, for the next card we have balance, spirituality and practicality. Here's something that's interesting. We have Virgo here and Pisces. They are opposite signs. Pisces are very in their head and kind of like daydreaming and all that. And Virgo are very practical. I think you need to balance these, especially because we have balance, spirituality and practicality. Spirituality is Pisces. Practicality is Virgo. It's interesting because I remember getting an astrology reading because my moon is in Virgo, and basically I learned that when my Virgo is out of balance, I can end up being more in the Pisces. When my Virgo is out of balance, I can end up channeling more Pisces energy, where like I'm just so daydreamy, dreamy, all that, like I'm just stuck in my head that I don't actually take action or do anything about it, and it makes me stuck. So I feel like it is necessary for you, when you need to act as if you have your desires, but then when you get the ideas, you need to start doing it. You need to start taking action, because if you don't, nothing will happen. You may get ideas and like, oh yeah, this is a good idea, and then you have more ideas. Oh yeah, this is also a good idea. Let's do this, let's do that. But you need to balance it. Don't get all too in the spiritual element and relying and waiting for the universe to do things for you. It doesn't work like that. We are co-creators with the universe. We need to make sure that we have balance of divine feminine and masculine. So have times where you take time for yourself, trust in the universe and simply be. And then also be in your masculine energy, where you start doing things, you do, and make things happen for you. And I feel like having that good balance, again, will really help you to help get you where you want to be. Right, we have two more oracle cards. We have the Wastelands, sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. And then we have the Rose Garden, quite literally, innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. Okay, so I think a lot of you have been hard on yourself. Maybe things haven't worked out for you exactly how you want it to be in the past. And this has allowed you to kind of like have self-sabotaging, beating yourself up, maybe feeling bad about yourself and your situation. So what you need to do, I'm kind of combining these cards together. You need to slow down and look after yourself. Focus on you first, feeling good enough and healing. That's your first step. You need to let go of the harshness on yourself. You need to let go of the past. If things haven't worked out, that's okay. What lessons have you learned from it? By doing that pile once and you feel healed and more positive about your situation, step 2, get into your manifestation phase. I want you to start feeling whole and one, as if you have everything you want already. Focus on the end result. If you know what you want to do, focus on that. How would you act if you had it already? What have you done in the, I guess, future you've done to get to your future desired goal? Think as if you are that person already and channel from your future self how you've done it. And by doing so, that will allow you to kind of like be in your feminine energy and allow the ideas to come to you, the inspiration, and allow the universe to provide the steps to you. When you do so, now it's time to step into your Virgo energy, your masculine energy, and start doing things and working your way towards abundance. I think you're going to have no problem with the doing stuff. I think you need to focus on the surrendering, letting things go, and allowing things to fall into place. When you do so, that's when the magic's going to happen, and you're going to be like, oh wow, like this is actually a lot more easier, because I'm sensing there's a lot of resistance and confusion because you're kind of overcomplicating things and overthinking. Take a deep breath, surrender, work on your mindset, and then things will fall into place exactly how it needs to, Pearl Ones. And that is your reading. I hope that has helped you and brought you the clarity you needed. Comment down below if this resonates for you, and give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more tarot readings and also content about spirituality and manifestation. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I hope you all have an amazing day. Don't forget to buy a personal reading if you're interested, or check out my podcast. And I will see you all very soon. Bye guys. Hello Pal 2s, I hope you're doing amazing. If you chose this Labradorite crystal, there's the flash, it's so pretty, then this reading is for you. I'm going to quickly move the oracle decks or the oracle cards to the side, because we're going to start off with tarot to get the main message to see if you're on the right path, and then we're going to get the answers from this oracle deck. But quickly, I just want to mention I do have a podcast out now. It's called The Key to Living Your Best Life, so the link will be in the description. And also I have personal readings available, and again the information is in the description, so if you're interested I do have that available. But anyway, we're going to get my tarot deck and we're just going to shuffle some cards just to see what you need to know about your path, but more in general, are you on the right path? Okay, so let's see. Are pile 2s on the right path, please? Okay, we have two cards. We have Chariot, King of Wands in reverse. I actually think the Chariot was actually in reverse. I am doing reversals today, so I'm going to take it as a reversal. Right. Oh, I'm not taking that. I didn't shuffle. Okay. Are pile 2s on the right path? And we have 7 of Swords. Interesting. I'm trying to think, because immediately I'm not thinking no, but I'm not thinking yes. I'm getting this energy of stuck, and it's more like there is the potential you could end up being on the wrong path, and I think that's because you're overcomplicating everything. And I think perhaps you need to realize that things can happen, but it's not set in stone, and perhaps you need to realize that, you know, if you want to make your dreams happen, they can happen, but I feel like you're not doing what you need to do in order to get there. And I think perhaps there's some procrastination. There is the energy of maybe wanting to give up because things aren't going the way you want it to be. And it's kind of like rocky times. It's not like, for example, with what you want to do, that is destined for you. But Spirit is giving you the warning saying, if you want to make this happen, you have to make this happen. It's not going to come to you. You need to work for it. And I feel like you need a bit of a encouragement and a snap into reality saying, look, if you want to make this happen, you need to make this happen. Otherwise, it's not going to. And I think some of you could be self-sabotaging. And I feel like some of you that may hear this reading may be like, oh, but I'm trying everything I can and it's not working and all that. Spirit's answer to that is, no, you haven't tried everything, because there is infinite ways of doing something. If something isn't working out, like a specific way of doing it, then it's time to move on, let go of doing it that way, and try to find another way. Because the way you're trying to do something is not working, it's making you stuck in there. And Spirit is getting quite frustrated, and this might come out as a bit harsh, but I'm just kind of getting this, you need to kick up the butt. Because Spirit is saying, like, you know, this is going to be out of your grips if you don't do something about it. You need to you need to turn this the right way up. You need to, like the King of Wands, you need to start actually focusing on the end result and be like, okay, I want this. You need to start doing it. And you need to find ways, research ways. And I think some of you might just be those that make excuses, which, you know, it all happens, and sometimes it's scary. And this is not going to be an easy path. It is going to be difficult, but if you want to make it happen, you need to find another way of doing it. So it's more the case you're not on the right path in terms of, like, it's not happening yet and you're not doing the right things, but you're not on the wrong path in terms of, like, the end result. You are worthy of having the end result, but for you to make it happen, you need to change things up a bit. Okay. All right, I feel like I've been quite harsh. I apologize. I'm usually really nice or I try to be nice and compassionate, but Spirit is just kind of, I think sometimes, maybe you've been told this a few times and you haven't taken it seriously. And sometimes, you know, like, for you to learn a lesson, you need to get told off a bit. And that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. So we're going to do Oracle cards now. So firstly, we have Death. So this makes sense. Letting go and doing a new beginning in terms of getting this done. If you want to make this work out, you need to change something. You need to stop what you're doing. It's not working out. Reevaluate. Maybe do some research and try find a new strategy of, for some of you, I'm just getting the message of growing your audience. I think some of you are focusing on pushing out products when actually you need to focus on growing on audiences. You may have been doing this way of trying to do it for a long time and it's not working out. If you want it to work out, you need to do a different way. Find a different way of doing it. And then that's when you'll see growth. But yeah, you definitely need to leave something behind, because I feel like something needs to end in order for this to work out as well. So that's what I'm getting in regards to that. And then, oh, this is a nicer card. We have Determination. Basically, Spirit is saying, with determination, if you really want this, going over these mountains and hurdles, you can get there. Spirit wants you to know you can get your desires. But I feel like you like to stick to doing things in a certain way. And this way isn't working out. And I feel like maybe it's even a part of your path to actually realize that, okay, if this way isn't working out for me, I need to do a different way. And by doing so, and keep pushing forward, don't give up. You know, if you try a new way and it's not working, and you've tried it for a little while, do a different way. You need to keep going, because I'm kind of getting that some of you may have thought this would be easier. And I think this is like a lesson, like character building, of if you really want something, then you will get it and work hard for it. So Spirit does not want you to give up. They want you to keep going and be determined in getting there. Now I'm going to pull some more Oracle cards in regards to this. So firstly, we have Wisdom, which, okay, this makes sense. So I feel like some of you who are getting this reading I may be thinking, I may be worrying and panicking, thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to do that? How am I going to make this happen? I don't know what I need to let go of and all that. The Wisdom card is making me realize that don't worry. You need to just kind of like, what's the word? Tap into your wisdom, research, learning. Yes, do some learning on how to get things done. Try look at other people, like role models who've done it already. See what they've done. Try something new, because I think you need to step out of your comfort zone as well. You do have the capability, like you are smart enough to figure this out and overcome this. And I think you need to also take away from this, you're not stuck. If you're having ideas already and you're not doing them or doing anything about those ideas, then this is just a sign saying, actually, perhaps you need to do these ideas. If you're thinking of letting something go to make something work out, this is your confirmation saying you need to do this. I'm also getting, again, I feel like I'm getting like tapping into social media. Some of you could be wanting to do social media content, creating all that. I'm getting the message, you need to treat this like a business. If you don't do that and you just do it for fun, yes, obviously have fun with doing it, but you need to have a business structure to it. If you don't do that, then it's not going to go to plan as well. Only take that message if it resonates for you, okay? But yes, you do have the capability and you do have the knowledge within you to be able to do this. So please know that you are capable. We then have affection. How does affection fit into this? I think maybe some of you are being a bit too hard on yourself. And maybe, oh, I know. Okay, with affection, I think you may be focusing on the negatives too much. And Spirit is saying, you know, like, to focus on the positives, because like affection can be like happy things, good things, you know. So like, do focus on the positives and the things that are working. Do more of that. If you're feeling negative about a situation and things aren't working out, instead of self-sabotaging, getting angry and all that, focus on positivity and channel that negative energy into positive action. For example, frustrated that something isn't working out right, then channel that and do something positive with it. Research how to make it right. Experiment. I think researching is something that's going to be important for a lot of you of doing this. So yes, find positive ways to do things. All right, we then have ritual. I am also getting, you need to get into a routine. Perhaps, again, like I said, you need to treat this like a business rather than doing it for fun, if that resonates for you, because I feel like you just do things as and when you feel like it. And if you want things to work out for you, you need to set aside time to actually make this happen. So for example, what you can do is dedicate, even if it's just an extra hour a day, start off with that. And then next week, do an hour and a half a day. Week after that, do 2 hours a day. Slowly build it up so it's manageable for you. Just dedicating some time, have allocated time to do things, and dedicating things will help you. I'm also getting the message that some of you are doing way too much. You might have a to-do list and think, I do this, 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 this. You don't need to do that. I think, again, you're overcomplicating things. You need to focus on the things that are actually important. Again, I think for some of you it's business related. If you want to make money, you need to also focus on how you're going to grow your following, and then transferring those followers into customers. That's what I'm getting as well. So again, I'm getting a lot of personal messages. So if that doesn't resonate for you, just don't take that, only take if it resonates. All right, here we go. Nothing is yet set in stone. Your future and your career is not yet set in stone. So if you want to set things in stone, it does require you taking action and doing things differently and coming up with a business plan and taking it and putting more effort towards it. And by doing so, again, you'll see more progress and change with that. And actually, if you're worried about something, and if you're worried about things failing, that's also the card saying it's not set in stone yet. You can create your own destiny with determination, hard work, and having belief. and learning and combining everything together, you can get there. It's important not to give up, because I think some of you might be close to wanting to give up. By doing so, you are going to be like allowing this opportunity to come to you and claiming it as yours. Okay, I'm now going to do this Oracle Dark card. It says, don't let pride get in your way. For some of you, you could actually be full of pride and thinking, I have to do things this way because this is how it's going to work out. You like to do things a certain way when actually it requires you to be a bit more flexible. And actually you may not know how to do everything. Accept that. It's okay. You know, it's an opportunity to learn. Try and learn new things. Oh my God, I don't know why. Literally, I just thought of Yoda. The reason why is because last night my boyfriend and I were literally discussing Yoda, and he was saying something that, oh, what is it? Someone that always teaches and learns, and like Master Yoda is always learning. Even though he's like an absolute master of what he does, he's always learning. So I think it's just knowing that actually, no matter how good you may get, there's always room for learning and improving. So don't get a bit cocky about it. If you feel like I'm doing everything I can and like it's not working, like, and you may feel, maybe I should just give up, it's not going to work out. With that attitude, you're not going to get there. You haven't tried everything. You need to like try again and keep going, because obviously there's another way that you can do it to get the results you want. Just because something isn't working out for you doesn't mean it's not destined for you. It is possible, but you actually need to find a way to make it work for you in order for it to happen. That's what I'm getting in regards to that. Then we had the final oracle cards. We have Morning Dew, Clarity, a fresh start, a positive outlook. Clarity, a positive, yeah. And then, and then Come to Me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance desires. Okay, these are the perfect cards to end on, because it's basically saying like, this is a fresh start for you to try again, restructure things, do something different and actually make it happen. If things have been difficult and you maybe had a bit of a negative mindset towards that, you can change it. Have a positive outlook and kind of like, it's a new beginning. Every day is a new beginning. Treat this as a new beginning. You've just been given the opportunity, the wake-up call to say, okay, this way's not working, but that's great, because it's a new opportunity to make this work and to make things happen. You are so capable of making this happen, and for this to work out, it's going to require a new perspective, but you're so capable of doing that. And we have Come to Me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance desires. Spirit is saying you are capable, again, of getting this. And I feel like when you start stepping into this new energy of getting things done and like having new ideas, I think all of a sudden it's just going to snap. Things are going to come to you. You're going to be receiving your abundance desires, and you're going to be attracting the result that you want. I think you need to be more positive with yourself. You are harsh on yourself, I feel like. And I think, but if things haven't worked out in the past, it doesn't mean it's not going to work out for you again. Things can happen. Something's going to have to change. The Spirit is saying like, nothing's set in stone yet. Because things haven't worked out in the past, it's not set in stone that it's going to fail. It just means you have a new opportunity to do things and make things work. And you are so capable, pile twos. You need this kick up the butt from the Spirit. I'm sorry if this was a little bit harsh and maybe a little bit bitter. I try not to be like that, but I think Spirit wants you to really know this. And sometimes the way to communicate what needs to be said, it does come out a bit harsh, but sometimes that is what we need to get us in gear to do that. And you'll probably look back in the future and be like, wow, I'm so glad that I did this and made changes to make this work, because you're capable of it and you deserve to have all your desires. This is a new opportunity for beautiful things to happen. So be excited by this reading. Look at this and be like, okay, this is a new opportunity. I can rebirth and just do things differently and make this happen. And by taking it in that light, that's when the magic's going to happen. So pile twos, I hope that resonated for you and brought you the clarity you needed. Comment down below if how you feel about this message, and also subscribe to my channel for more tarot readings and content about manifestation and spirituality. Don't forget I have my podcast available in the description, and also personal readings. Anyway, pile twos, I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you very soon. Bye. Hello pile threes, I hope you're doing amazing. If you chose this silvery, crystally, quartzy thing that I got from a museum a long time ago, then this is your reading to see if you are on the right path. So hopefully you have your intentions set, and basically we're going to start off with a tarot deck. This is actually the oracle cards, which I'll put to the side here. But also, just so you know, I do have one personal readings available. So if you are interested in one, then just check out the info in my description. And also, I do have a podcast available now called The Key to Living Your Best Life, and the link to that is also in the description. By the way, my dog's in my room, so if you can hear him just being silly, that is him. Anyway, let's get the tarot deck and see if we can get messages first to see if you are on the right path, and then we're going to use the oracle deck to get you messages in regards to that. So I'm just going to quickly shuffle this deck. So let's see, are pile threes on the right path? Strength. Oh Milo, be quiet. We have 3 of cups, and let's get one more card. Oh my gosh, your dogs are being so noisy. And justice. Okay, come on, move out the way. Thank you, Milo. I've never had dogs move around so much while I'm doing a reading. This is insane. Also, excuse my talking. It is basically coming up to Mercury retrograde now, and I am feeling the effects of it. Anyway, are you on the right path, pile threes? We have strength, 3 of cups, and justice. So I'm getting that, like, yes, overall you are on the right path. I think you are just kind of like holding on, allowing things to go. But overall, I do feel like you do feel pretty good about where you are, and you're just kind of wanting confirmation with this. And I feel like you are wanting to have success in what you do, and you kind of know exactly what you want. So Spirit is just commending you for that and just saying, okay, yes, you are exactly where you are meant to be. Things are going to plan. They may be taking a long time, but you just have to keep persevering. And I don't think you're going to give up pile threes. I think you are very good in terms of that, and you do kind of like stick to what you want to do and just kind of make it happen. Okay, so we're going to start. I think this is actually a very quick tarot reading because I don't think there's much details, where in other piles there's more to say. But anyway, oh, this is great. For the first oracle cards, we have success. So that's a great card to have, pile threes, because it's basically saying that yes, you are on the right path in order for you to get your success, in order to make all this thing happen. It is basically written in the stars for you. And I think you know that. We also have happiness. So I feel like this thing again is also going to bring you a lot of happiness. I'm also getting the message from Spirit, make sure that you actually tune into the energy of happiness, and kind of also tune into doing things to make you feel good. I think because we had the 3 of cups, I think raising your vibration is something that will be key for you to happen. And perhaps you could do this by being with friends, being with people, and just doing things that you enjoy to make you feel happy. And I feel like that will help kind of make this happen for you quicker in a way, and to kind of like tap into that energy. I do think a lot of you have actually done work into this, like spiritual work, like growth, and just like letting go of limiting beliefs and all that. And by doing so, I think you are kind of feeling good about your situation. And you are going to be feeling good when this happens for you, like reaching your end goal. I am kind of getting this could be more of a long-winded situation, like for example, it's not going to be done tomorrow. I feel like it could take a little while, and I think some of you actually know that anyway, so that's just confirmation there if you need it. Anyway, for the other oracle cards, we have emotions. That's making me think again, tapping into the happy emotions. I think it is very important for you to make sure that you tap into the emotions you'd want to feel as if you have your desires already, and that will help you align you to where you want to be. We then have desire. So I'm kind of getting the message, the thing that you desire desires you too. And I think that it is something that is just, again, desire can be emotion. Perhaps this is just for some of you. If you're like in a space where you're wanting this so bad, I think you need to try release that and just focus on happiness instead, because desire can actually be an emotion and feeling of lack because you're wanting something so bad. So tap into the emotion of happiness as if you have things already, and then that will help transform your situation too. We then have the regeneration card. I'm trying to think what this could mean, because regeneration, what I'm kind of getting is that it's not like you need to do something, like redo something. You know, I actually feel called to getting the oracle book out. I felt like there could be a message in that, so I'm just going to grab that quickly because I haven't pulled that card before. So let's learn this together. Okay. So it says, what to do next is something that needs focus under the influence of tarragon. It will often indicate work needs to be done to align to the physical with the spiritual. A gift could be coming your way soon and a relation will step up a level. Look at what can be redone if given extra care to grow again, or if bringing it back to life bringing it back into your life will serve you in a positive way. Tarragon also highlights plagiarism or taking inspiration without credit. Okay. So correspondence is sensuality, confidence, courage, protection, sexuality. Okay, so perhaps maybe it's me reading that, it has a message there for you, but maybe it could be that you're focusing too much on the spiritual side in general, the emotional, and be like, okay, let's get with law of attraction, let's make this happen, let's tap into the happy emotions, which is good, but you also got to make sure you take action in regards to your goals. I'm going to leave it to the oracle book, because I think, because there's quite a few messages in there, and because this is a general reading, I think separate messages resonates with different people. So I'm just going to move on to the next oracle cards. Perhaps there could be some cards that come up that make sense towards this. Anyway, we have prosperity lies ahead. So this is, oh, here we go. It's time to take action. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed. So yeah, basically this is confirmation saying prosperity is ahead. Like, you are going to get what you need to get. I think also it is the time for you to, again, like I said, if you are stuck in the idea phase and perhaps you're feeling really good about these ideas, perhaps it is time for you to start doing it. If you feel drawn to pile one, definitely check that one out as well. It's quite funny because it is a similar crystal, it's just painted a different color. So if you are interested or feel called to check that out, then I reckon that could benefit you too. But yes, we have the confirmation that you are going to get the success. It is destined for you. But I think you need to start taking action in regards to that. I think we are stuck in the energy phase, or like doing things to make it happen rather than actually making it happen. No, not there, but that makes sense. We are stuck in a stage of not actually making things happen in the idea phase, and you'll feel really good about that, but I think now's the time to start doing it. Or with the strength card, it could actually be coming out and saying that maybe you have some fears in regards to how things will go, and it's making you hold back a little bit. And basically this is just a good card to say, okay, this is going to do well, so but make sure you do action, and by actually doing it is what's going to get you where you need to be. Okay, we're going to do the final oracle cards. We have the Great Mother and we have the Crowning. Ooh, okay. So the Great Mother says, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. So this card is basically saying, like, we kind of know that you're going to get the success, but obviously we haven't been told how you're going to get there. Obviously, that's up to you, taking the steps to get there, doing what you need to do. I think there's still the element of you need to figure that out yourself, and that could be scary. But just trust in the universe, like, you know, you have success, prosperity, happiness coming to you. But I think you need to have a bit more trust that it is. Perhaps this is just a confirmation you're needing, just to hear that actually this idea and the things you're wanting to do, you are worthy, and it is something that's destined for you. But you just need to trust that it is, and have faith and trust the universe. If you're unsure when things are going, if you're feeling stuck, just surrender. Allow the universe to kind of like guide you and take you where you need to be. And by doing so, you'll kind of be more at peace with the situation. Just go with the flow and surrender. And here's the interesting thing. The crowning, initiation, threshold, birth, rebirth, which is similar to regeneration, a seat at the table. So for some of you, if you resonate with the rebirth element and redoing things, maybe you feel called to checking out pile 2 as well. Who knows? But only do it if you do feel called to. I feel like it might be only a select for you. But yes, a seat at the table. Basically, Spirit that's just a confirmation saying there is a seat out there for you, that you are actually allowed to have this, and it is there for you. Like, there's like a space for you to do what you want to do. But the rebirth is interesting. So obviously, perhaps there is something new, like a new way of doing something. Could be how you can get the success. I think for some of you, you're wanting a second opportunity for something. And maybe you're asking if this is something that is meant for you, and it's something that you're wanting. And Spirit is just saying this opportunity, the second opportunity that you're wanting, it is possible for you. Like, yes, you are meant to, you're on the right path with that, basically. So yeah, just know that. And because we have initiation, again, that's making me think of taking action, like taking the initiative to do something to get your seat at that table, if that makes sense. I think for some of you, I know I said success, but I do feel like this could be relationship related, like, are we meant to be together, that kind of thing. By the looks of it, yes. So yeah, just take that however it resonates for you. Anyways, guys, that is what I have left to say, really. I can't think of any other messages, but obviously have a look at cards and just see if you can, you know, if the threshold, I don't really know what the threshold would mean, but, you know, just surrender to the mystery, allow things to fall into place, but just know that, yes, you are on the right path, and what you're wanting is meant for you. So just have trust in that. Anyway, pile 3s, I hope you have an amazing day. Don't forget to check out my podcast and also get a personal reading if you are interested. And I will see you all very soon. Bye, guys.